Good afternoon, ladies. How are you today?
Good.
Doing good, thank you.
Great. My name is Natalie. I'm going to be your social worker for today. And you are?
Leslie.
Leslie, nice to meet you.
Allison.
Allison?
I'm Bianca.
Bianca, nice to meet you. Do you mind if I call you Leslie, Allison, and Bianca? Or do you have another name that you would prefer to go by?
That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, well, why don't you guys tell me a little bit about yourselves before we get started?
I'm from Portland, Oregon, born and raised. And
I'm from New York City.
Oh, lovely.
I was born just outside of New York City, and they adopted me shortly after.
That's great. So you guys have had Allison since she was a baby?
yeah.
Yes.
So what do you guys do for fun?
I like to take her, just around New York City and I don't know. Sometimes we like to go on vacations.
Yeah. Went to go
Depends.
Long Island, hang out there on the beach area.
We go to lots of the museums in the city,
Oh, great.
and a lot of the shows, too. I really like Broadway.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you guys have trouble finding my office?
No, it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, before we get started, I just want to inform you on the confidentiality agreement. Anything that you say here is completely confidential, and only my teacher and maybe some peers will see what we have discussed here in class today. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Unless I deem that you may be a harm to yourself or others, then I have to let my supervisor or someone else know. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, well, let's get started. What concerns you? What brought you in today?
Well, recently our daughter's been bullied at school, and it's really caused some, I don't know, we're just really upset about
Bad
it.
things. It's not nice.
Yeah.
She's coming back really upset every day. We
Yeah,
don't
and
like
we
it.
don't want her to go through that during
No.
school, and that's just not fair to her.
We tried really hard to get into Exeter and stuff. And it's just, now she's coming back all upset.
Yeah.
Okay, so you attend Exeter right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually moved, to this area for me to go to that school.
Okay, well, your parents are telling me a lot of things here. It seems like you guys are very upset with the situation at hand at
Well,
school right now.
Yeah.
That shouldn't happen at school. She should be treated just like everyone else there.
Okay, could you specify what the bullying is about?
Well, because we're not normal compared to most people. We're homosexuals. Like, she gets made fun of a lot, and they just assume she is too. But she likes boys. She's-
I don't know. She's told us some stories. She comes home and she's upset, and some of the things she has told us is just really upset. I can't believe that's happening there, and some of the kids there are just really rude.
You seem very distraught right now, Bianca. How do you deal with this when your daughter comes home to you and tells you these things?
Well,
that
it makes
happen
me
at school?
angry. I can't believe I think it may have to do with the parenting. I think the parents need to, tell their kids, hey, this is a possibility, so you're going to run into kids that have parents like that, and have to deal with
It's
it.
not fair.
I don't know. Tell me some of the other things that have happened to you at school that have bothered you.
Well, people are just, calling me a lesbian, and I'm not. And, I'm a junior, so I'm not, I would like to date people and get to know some guys, and none of them are interested in talking to me because the girls are telling them I'm a lesbian. And that's really tough because I can't even make girlfriends now because they think I'm going to like them. So I don't go to sleepovers, and I don't go hang out with girls one-on-one, and they just don't want to include me. So
When this happens in school, how do you react?
there's nothing I can do. I'm just trying to explain to them, just because my moms are lesbians doesn't mean that they're raising me to be a lesbian. I was born straight. That's who I am. Not going to change that.
That makes
Right.
sense. Leslie, do you have anything to say about this? You seem a little quiet.
Well, I'm just thinking about it, and I just see how upset she comes home. And one time, I was dropping her, coming by school, and I ran into one of the mothers, and I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" And she didn't really want to talk to me either. She said, "I'm good," and then Barry just cut off and just left. And I don't know, and I can only imagine what it's like for her if it's like that for me, and they couldn't even. That's just rude.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I
well,
agree.
You guys are telling me how you feel about the whole situation. Allison, right now you've been saying that you want to date, you want to do all these things in high school and be involved with your peers, but they're not giving you the opportunity because they're judging you before you even got there. Judging
Right.
you by your parents' sexual orientation. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What have you guys done so far, Bianca and Leslie, to address this issue with the school?
I think we went and talked to the principal once.
Okay.
Yeah, we went and had a good conversation with him, and he was listening, but he wasn't.
It was like almost like he felt uncomfortable talking about it to
exactly.
us.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, no, not the responses I wanted. Just kind of like,
Yeah.
all right, just dismissive. getting
Yeah,
us
I
out
understand
of
a lot of people feel uncomfortable, when that topic is brought up, especially at school and stuff like that. But I feel like, especially in New York, in this area, it's pretty common.
Yeah, I mean,
People need to get over it.
So did anything positive come out of that meeting that you had with the principal, or did he just basically
I feel like
listen
it
to
wasn't
what
very
you had to say?
productive. Like, it wasn't.
yeah, I don't feel like it was productive either. I mean, and nothing changed. I mean, when did we talk to him? Like 2.5 months ago?
Yeah, and we're still having problems, so
Yeah.
it's like he doesn't really care about it either.
Okay. So have you guys considered taking Allison out of the school?
A few times,
yeah.
but we thought the situation would get better.
Yeah.
We thought kids would finally just be like accepting of it.
We thought they
and
would mature.
treat her like
You know,
everyone
I
else.
mean, junior year, I mean, they should be like, all right, we see this. I mean, it's in the movies.
Mhm.
So from what I understand, Exeter is a great school.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's only
And Allison, how do you do in school apart from your bullying? Apart from the bullying that's occurring to you, how do you do in school? Like academics, what are your grades like?
I mean, I really love the programs and the extracurricular classes that I'm offered. Like, there's a lot of really interesting classes that I can choose to take that, someday I might want to do this and that for my profession. So they're going to offer, like, kind of a intro or principles class that'll go over that and just give you a little bit of exposure to it. And I really want that opportunity so that I can have, experiences to help me decide what to do in college before I get to college. And again, this is a really expensive school, so I'm not trying to waste their hard-earned money. Like, we moved here for this school, so I don't want to just, like, give up and go somewhere else. I want to stick with it and do well there. But yeah, I mean, I love the program. I'm making good grades. I'm on some of the sports teams, and I really love that too.
Okay, good. And do you know where you want to go to college yet?
Not yet, but I'm kind of looking at, like, NYU maybe.
Okay, that's nice. That's a very good school.
Yeah.
So from I'm sorry, go ahead.
And we're looking at, like, Columbia's up there, and the other one that's close.
Is it Brown?
Well, there's one
Brown
Cornell.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of the other, like, really good schools that are right in the area that I want to go to. So we're looking at them.
Okay, so from what I'm hearing, Exeter is the high school that's going to get you to the places where you want to go.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you guys are, you're saying that your parents are making the sacrifice to have you guys, moved. You're here for the school for Allison, and now there's all these problems happening. So you don't really want to leave because this is where your daughter should be. This is where she's excelling, even though there's all this negativity.
Yeah, we wanted her to be happy here. That's for sure.
Okay, well, how are things at home with you guys? Has the bullying affected your daily lives at home?
Well, I think that when Allison comes home, she's just kind of, sad, and she doesn't really want to talk that much.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of affected us a little bit in how we all interact with each other in some ways. So, yeah, I think it has taken a toll a little bit on our relationship as a family.
Has it taken a toll on you and your wife specifically?
Sometimes we disagree and we get in a heated argument.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Like taking her out or not taking her out.
yeah, but that's typical about it. I mean, I want her to stay, get through it, and be strong. And she wants to take her out at times, and that's what.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like she deserves better. I feel like she should be in an environment where everyone treats her exactly the same. So.
Allison, do you get stressed out by what happens at school?
I mean, yeah, it bothers me that I've, been there for like 2.5 months now, and I'm still having a really hard time making friends. Like, normally that's not an issue with me. Like, this wasn't an issue at the school before. Like, it didn't matter that my moms are lesbians. It's not even my fault that they're lesbians, so I don't know why other people would be, like, making fun of me for something I can't control.
Yeah.
And it's not like my moms are doing anything differently raising me than you know, a mom and a dad. Like, it doesn't make a difference to me.
You seemed a little bit confused and angry. Am I right about that? Confused as to why kids are reacting this way and a little angry that they are reacting.
Yeah,
this way.
it doesn't make sense to me that you would go out of your way to make someone feel bad for something they can't control.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, so far, what has been helpful and supportive in your environment? You know, you're going through the bullying every day, but what has been helpful? Like, you know, what helps you get up in the morning and get through the day? Because you're still going to the school every single day. So, what gets you through the day?
I mean, you know, the fact that, like, we've all worked so hard to get here is what keeps me going, and the fact that they're still being so supportive of, you know, like, if I really, really want to leave this school, then we'll find somewhere else for me to go. And I feel like that they're giving me that option has been really helpful.
Good. What about you guys? I know this also affects you ladies. So
Yeah,
what gets you through the day?
I don't know. I just pray and hope each day that it'll get better. You know, I hope that what I mentioned to the principal, he'll address to the teachers will address to the students. You know, like domino effect. Hopefully that like someday or somehow, you know, sometime that it'll get better. But we can only pray and hope. So.
I just go to work, and sometimes I talk to my fellow co-workers and see how their children are treated.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear it, and I ask, "Oh, are they bullied?" And I hear what they do with their bullied kids. And so I think of most of the time, I'm just thinking of ways to handle the situation. I guess that puts me through the day. Also, I kind of ignore it sometimes. I mean, it's just like
there's not much you can do.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets really bad, then yeah, I'm gonna do something about it. But sometimes it's just like, really, did they really have to say something like that?
Yeah.
This is silly and dumb.
Okay.
So,
well, you mentioned your work. How are things at work? Do you get bullied at work personally?
no, I don't think I mean, if I do it behind my back, but I don't notice it in front of me.
Well, where do you work at?
I work at a corporation for.
She does marketing, and I'm a scientist.
I understand that you're wanting to be very humble about your job.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I work in marketing for a company.
Okay, good. And but you don't have any problems there.
No.
What about you? What do you do?
Well, I'm a scientist.
Okay.
I'm in research and stuff like that, and I haven't really noticed anything. Nobody's really asked me. There's a few women in the research place that I'm working at, but it's not. So it's mainly guys, and so
Okay.
I don't really have any problem.
All right. Well, let's just talk about what's been going on in the session so far. You know, you came in with your initial concern, and the concern was the bullying that's been happening to Allison in school, because well, I don't want to say that's because of you guys, but the students bully Allison because of her family structure. Does that make sense? I don't want to offend you guys here. It's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help. And so, you know, Allison goes throughout her day being bullied at school. She wants to be a part of things, but it's not happening. But still, every day you get up and go to school, Allison. And I just want to commend you on that you're still going to school. By going to school every day, you're showing these kids that what they say, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter in the future, and it's not going to matter now. Do you understand? And I want to commend your moms on supporting you. You know, they're going the extra mile to support you so you can get where you want to go in the future. You know. So that's really great, guys. And I think I want to take this time in the session to do an eco map. Do you guys know what an eco map is?
No.
Okay. Well, let me explain it to you guys real quickly. An eco map is, it's basically a map of your environment and things going on, family and family systems. Like, well, I'll explain it more right now. So, in your family, it's you, Bianca, Leslie, and Allison. Is there anybody else part of your immediate family?
The dog.
The dog. All right.
I have a sister, And are you talking about that kind of family?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll get to it. So you guys are going to be in the middle of this eco map, right here in this middle circle.
Okay.
And we're going to draw little circles all around it with things that are important to you guys, whether it's family like your sister, or work, or school, just things that are in your daily lives that are helpful and important to you guys. So we'll start with you, Bianca. You named your sister.
Yeah, I have a sister, Sarah.
Okay. And what else do you want to put on here?
Let's see. Well,
I have 2 brothers.
You have 2 brothers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
family.
Sarah. I'm closest to my sister, Sarah.
And you? Any extended family that you would like to put in here?
I mean, just, them and my aunts and uncles.
Okay. Alright, well, you guys have both mentioned your jobs, so I'm going to put work on here. And, of course, I'm going to put school on here.
Mm-hmm.
Allison, do you work anywhere?
Not right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to find something that'll work for over the summer, like an internship.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Alright, and you said you had a dog, right?
Yeah.
Alright, we're going to put, what's your dog's name?
Max.
Max. Alright, Max is going up there. Anything else? What do you guys do for leisure or relaxing? Do you guys go to the gym or
I like to go
Yeah.
hiking.
I like to go on runs sometimes too, but as a family, like hiking is.
hiking as a family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys do individually to just relax?
I go to the gym and just run on the treadmill sometimes.
I like to go kayaking.
Oh, that's fun. You, Allison?
I mean, I mostly just have my sports at school and I'm busy with homework. I like to read,
Okay.
so I do that with my free time.
And do you guys go to a church or no?
We try to go to church every week,
Oh,
but
that's nice.
sometimes we miss it.
So do you want me to put church on here as well as part of things in your community?
Yeah, you should.
Okay. Anything else that you guys would think that I'm missing that would be part of your lives or routine?
No.
I think
What
that's
do you
good.
think?
Yeah, that is good.
Good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, next, now that we have outlined, things that are important and part of the systems in your life, we're going to draw how you guys, we're going to connect the circles to each other
Mm-hmm.
on how you feel your relationship is with that thing.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Okay, let's just see how
Like,
it works.
what do you mean our relationship with that thing?
Okay, well, let's start with Sarah, your sister, your brothers, and your uncles and cousins.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of relationship do you have with them?
It's a close
Okay.
relationship. Like a.
Is it a strong, close
I
relationship?
think it's. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna draw 2 straight lines for strong, and we're basically gonna describe each relationship as strong or weak
Mm-hmm.
or very tenuous. Okay, and so 2 straight lines for strong. And is it strong on both sides? Does your family have a strong
Yeah,
relationship
otherwise
with
I
you,
wouldn't get
and
that
you a
strong.
strong relationship with your family?
Mhm.
Okay, so we'll draw 2 arrows so we know that it's both ways.
Okay.
All right. So, what about work for you guys?
Oh, it's yeah.
Yeah,
it's
work is good.
Work is always really great.
Really great.
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. So, arrows both ways then.
I believe so. Yeah.
All right. Next is school. Alvin.
I mean, I guess we would have to consider that like a weaker
Weak point.
relationship because, like, I enjoy it, but there are a lot of not enjoyable aspects of it.
Okay. So I'll put weak. Do you want me to put that the school is weak to you, but you enjoy it? So different facing arrows.
Yeah, I would do 1 arrow because I feel like I'm putting
Okay.
in a lot of my time and effort into
Okay.
school and like being part of the school, and it's not really embracing me.
All right. Would you say that school is stressful sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're just gonna put a little squiggly line to show that school can be stressful. What about Max? What kind of relationship do you have with
The
your
best.
We love
3
Max.
lines.
3 lines. Will do. All right.
Max loves us too.
What about your hiking and family events that you guys
That's
have
just the time
together?
we're just
Yeah.
left alone.
Yeah, that's a
it's
good
2
thing.
lines.
It's like a venting time to kind
Good.
of get out
It's
there.
very healthy. That's
Yeah, it's definitely an outlet.
Good. What about the gym? Is that also an outlet like you just
Mhm.
said? Okay.
Definitely.
Do you guys go together or go at separate times, or how does that work?
Well,
Well,
work
I'll
schedules are
usually go
different.
with her because
Mhm.
we're on the same schedule, but we do separate things while we're
Oh,
there.
okay.
Mhm.
Cool, cool. What about reading, Allison? What do you like to read?
I read Game of Thrones. I
Oh,
like
wow.
series that have 5 or 6
Yeah.
books, so I can stick with it for a while. That's fun
Mhm.
for me.
Okay, cool. So strong relationship then.
Yeah.
Now church. What about church? You guys mentioned that you go sometimes.
Probably a weak relationship. To be
Yeah, it's
honest.
not very consistent.
Yeah.
All right. So looking at this eco map, is there anything new that you guys learned or maybe didn't realize beforehand?
Well, I mean, I feel like Friends should be on there.
Oh, definitely. We didn't put
Mhm.
friends up here. Let's do that now.
But again, that's kind of like an area that's lacking.
No.
And I don't know, but I mean, I feel like sometimes work is my main thing that I do all the time, so I don't really have time to make just friends outside of work, and so that can be kind of a struggle sometimes.
What about you?
Well, my job's more of like a communication job because it's marketing. So I have friends at work, and I mean, occasionally I'll just go out with them afterwards. You know, but I don't know. It's like after work and then no more. It's not like they check up on me. If I'm sick, they don't give me a ring.
So, would you guys say that's a weak relationship?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Is it stressful at all? Maybe to you, Allison?
Yeah, the Friends, that's definitely a stress for me.
Okay. Anything else that maybe you might see that's missing or you want to add?
Hmm.
I think that's good.
I think that's good. Maybe vacations. I don't know, like getting out there more. I think those are times where we can just forget about everything. Like hiking is also like the
Okay.
same sort of thing, but vacations is another one, I guess.
Ooh, we'll add that in right here. We'll connect it to hiking. And you guys enjoy your time vacation?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
always
Go
good.
together.
Yeah.
Great. Alright, so back to EcoMap. I noticed that you guys have very strong relationships with your families. You know,
Mhm.
those are.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you guys. Is that a very supportive system that you have?
Yes.
In
Yeah.
what ways have they supported you guys through this whole bullying situation?
I mean, I'm family sticks together. I say, like, I don't know. Even though we're a little bit different than the average family, they still support us. And they always don't think everything is right that we do, whatever, but they're still going to love us no matter what. So.
Yeah.
My brothers Jonathan and Marty, they're always just there for us, and they invite us to
Good.
Thanksgiving and Christmas. We go occasionally. Obviously, we have to go visit Sarah
Yeah.
as well. So I don't know. Like I mean, and they have their wives and they have their kids, the cousins.
I feel like it's the one place, one area of our lives that we can go to and not be judged
Yeah,
sometimes.
be ourselves because I mean they know us. And
Yeah.
know us in Spurgeon.
Okay, and then let's see. We have a lot of strong relationships with like your leisure activities. I've
Mhm.
noticed, or they're. You
Yeah.
mentioned, Allison, that they were outlets for things. So when you guys are feeling stressed, is that what you guys go do? You know, you go
Mhm.
exercise.
Well, it's a way
go
just to get
somewhere.
lost too.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Work
sometimes I
and
lose
stuff.
track of time. I mean, it's great.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
guess like for me, since I do a lot of things by myself, like reading is something that I like to do by myself. I'm going to the gym as well, so it's not. I don't like go do these activities
Yeah.
and then notice that I don't have friends.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So then let's talk about the stressful things here that we put friends in school, and you know we all knew that school would be a little bit stressful because that's normal as well. School is stressful, but it shouldn't be what it is now for you. And then friends is stressful as well, and it's because Allison, like you mentioned earlier, that you were having trouble making friends in school because of the bullying. Am I right? Okay. Good. Now that we have the eco map done, I just have another question for you guys. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling about the bullying situation? Are you
Wait,
mad
10
at
being what?
10 being what?
10 being very, very mad about it,
Mhm.
and 1 being, things happened. Not that big of a
I'll let
deal.
you answer and I'll answer.
For me, I say 7.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, it really does bother me. I can't imagine what that's like to go through every day. You know,
Okay.
it's just a daily repetition, and that's awful. I mean, I don't know.
And you, Allison?
I'm probably at like a 6 or a 7. It's tough because it's every day, but I
Yeah.
feel like at the same time it is temporary. Like that's why, for me, I feel like I can stick it out because I keep looking forward to college, and I'm like
Good.
I'm here just for the next year and a half, and then I'm gone. Like I get to go to college.
It's a very positive way to look at it.
Yeah.
And you?
Well, I was going to say the same 6 or a 7, but probably more like a 6.
Okay.
Because I get that people are really immature and they just like to make fun of the person that sticks out
Yeah.
the most. I mean, it's frustrating. I hate how she feels, but I mean, I think she'll get stronger from this. I mean,
Okay.
it bothers me.
Good. All right. So, if you could wake up tomorrow and this bullying wasn't a problem, what would be different in your day that you would notice?
So much happier.
Yeah, I feel
Much
like,
happier.
I get that backpack off of me, that
Okay.
load.
And you, Allison?
I mean, I would look forward to school a lot more and all of my other activities outside of school, because then I would, have people to do things with, and that I really enjoy like activities with other people. So that would
Yeah.
make a big difference for me.
Yeah, probably just getting through every day would be less of a struggle.
You said that you would be happy.
Yeah, because knowing that she's happy and, her partner's happy, it's just all around.
Good.
Mhm.
So, on a
Yeah.
scale of 1 to 10, how happy are each of you right now?
Well, with my job, I'm very satisfied.
Mhm.
With her situation, not so much, so I'd probably have to say 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say 5 or 6.
Okay.
I gotta say 6 too.
Right. I've noticed that you guys are all feeling about the same
Yeah.
situation.
Mhm.
You're all on the same page about things and of what's going on right now. And that's good. So it's showing me that you guys stick together as a family. That's really great. So what do you think would be your next step in handling this situation?
Well, it's been good actually talking about this with you to actually kind of figure out, get the
I'm glad.
wheels turning a little bit. I'll probably talk to the principal again and just mention it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a
You
little
guys
bit
will-
more for him. Make
Yeah.
sure he actually hears us and understands.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mhm.
oh,
But in a good way, though.
yeah, we don't want to do it too
Don't wanna
much
come
because
across too hard.
I mean she's a junior. We don't want to come off as overbearing, but I mean something must be done.
Yeah.
I mean, what to do?
So what brought you guys to the point of, coming in to see me? Like, was there an event? Like, did something take place to the point where you guys were like, this is enough, this bullying, we cannot do this anymore?
Want to share your story?
Well, okay, so I'm doing sports at school,
Mm-hmm.
and we just finished up like volleyball season, and a couple weeks ago we had an away game. It was our championship, and we were at the other person's gym, and we were all in the changing room like getting ready beforehand, and this one girl was like, oh my god, I'm not changing anywhere near her because she's gonna look at me. And like, yeah, like I don't care. I'm in a room with a ton of other girls. I'm a girl. I'm not interested in girls. I don't want to look at any other girl. Like, I don't understand why at the end of the season this is all of a sudden becoming another problem. And it was really embarrassing. She called me out in front of like our entire team, and it was just so uncomfortable, and the coaches aren't even doing anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, we are on the same team, and there's other sports throughout the rest of the year, so it needs to be addressed because I don't want that to continue happening.
Okay. So Allison just, mentioned a specific story that happened to her, after one of her volleyball games. And I was just wondering if either of you guys ever experienced anything like this in high school or when you were growing up, any type of bullying.
Do you want to go first? Or do you want
You can go for. I'll go second.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Well, it was my senior year, and the prom was coming up, and there was this girl that asked me to go to the prom with her, and I was a little bit hesitant at first because I didn't really want everyone to see us there together. It would
Yeah.
be kind of uncomfortable and awkward, and I didn't want to get weird looks.
Yeah.
And then I was just thinking about it, and I was like, it's my last year. It's my senior year. Like, what the heck? So I was like, all right, I'll do this. And so we went together, we got ready together, and then it came time to take pictures. And so we stood in front of the camera, and everyone was just like staring at us, like, are they just posing as friends, or are they a couple, you know?
Yeah.
And the way that we were kind of standing together, like we actually were a couple, then people started to talk. And the next day, you know, after prom, like, people were like just whispering behind our backs and just, you know, like are they a couple? Like, I don't know. They are together a lot. That they were just friends, and so the rumors just started spreading and getting really bad. And so, yeah, it was a really hard time for me because I didn't know. I was hoping that people would be a little nicer about it because I had made a lot of friends, you know, and some people did know that I was gay, but a lot of people didn't because my friends kept it a secret. And but since I actually did this prom thing and took pictures, and I had a picture in my binder, and people were starting to notice it, and so yeah, I got a lot of negative feedback for that, and it was tough. And so I can, you know, relate to some of the things that she's going through, but she doesn't even deserve it. So yeah, that's my story.
Well, for me, mine was a year later. I was my first year of college. I was going to Reed College, just across the Columbia River, and I had a boyfriend in high school, Sebastian, but I mean, it was only 2 months, and some people knew about it because I went to Portland High School, and so people just thought, oh, she's straight. You know, they never thought about it, and I just dressed the same way I was, and people just thought tomboy.
Yeah.
So then one day I'm like, you know, I heard about this bar that was in downtown Portland, and it was lesbian night.
Okay.
So I was like, why not go? And I didn't tell anyone. I just told my roommate I'm going to the bar, you know, later. She wanted to come. I said, no. So I went by myself, and I met this nice girl, Claire.
Okay.
And we really bonded pretty well. We hung out. And she hung out a lot with me. I brought her she went to University of Portland, which was the Catholic school nearby. So she didn't want anyone to know what we were.
Yeah.
So we never talked about it. But I would bring her to Reed a lot because they were a little bit more open, and we hung out there. But I still didn't tell my roommate, Fiona, about it.
Okay.
Then one day Fiona asked me, like, hey, is Claire like your girlfriend? And I realized, yeah, she was. And I told her, and that was the first thing. But Fiona didn't handle it well. Fiona told her boyfriend, told everyone, and then it just went downhill from there. And it was tough. I mean, I went through it. I finished my marketing degree, and then I transferred. Claire and I wanted to leave, and we went to University of Washington up in Seattle area. We had a little apartment, and I mean, no one really knew about us. We didn't really tell people what we were. People asked, "Oh, are you guys together?" Like, yes, we came here together. Who would specify like that? So it was tough. I definitely wasn't super open with it, and then I realized, oh, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Became more open about it, then, you know, moved to New York, and that's it. But I mean, I was bullied a little bit, but not too much because I ran away. I mean, but it really didn't solve my problem, and that's why I think taking her out, but then it's just a temporary, like, solution to an eternal problem.
That's what we're hoping, like, eventually people will get used to the fact. I mean, she's only been in school for, like, a semester or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping that'll get better.
Yeah.
What happened right after that? You know, you mentioned that you were very uncomfortable, that this was very embarrassing for you. Your coaches didn't do anything, so has nothing happened yet?
Well, I mean, that was, like, the first time that it really happened.
Okay.
And so, I mean, I didn't talk to them about it yet, but they were there. So is that when you guys came in and talked to the principal, or did more things happen for you guys to come in?
I think that was, like, the point where
moment.
we're just like, okay, we need to talk to the principal about this. It's getting kind of ridiculous. I mean, after she told me that, I was just livid, so I think we both decided that we wanted to do something about it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think maybe we came, I don't know, when we first started talking to the principal, I think we were both a little bit mad about it, so
distraught,
so we kind of, when we were talking to him, I think that the principal was just kind of like, okay, calm down, you know.
I definitely was.
So, yeah, I think maybe if we talk to him again and, you know, talk to
the coaches
him.
too.
Yeah, and the coaches too as well, definitely.
All of them, definitely.
I think that will definitely help. And talk to him in just sort of like a calm manner.
I think we should have the school counselor there too.
Yeah,
I'm sure they'll have
Definitely.
our side and hear and
that
think
makes
about it.
sense. These are some really good goals that I'm hearing from you guys right now. You know, earlier I had asked you guys what would be your next step, and have you guys noticed how far you've already come? You know, you're planning, you know, you're saying who you're going to bring into the session, who you're going to specifically address, and what you're specifically going to address. That's really great, guys. That's really amazing. And I can only imagine what you're going through, Allison, and what your parents are going through in this situation. It must be very difficult right now, and I can't believe that it's happening. It seems very unfair.
Yes.
It is.
Okay, guys. You just told me what you were going to do next. You know, what will be your next step in addressing the situation. But has there anything? Have you guys thought of something that you haven't tried yet?
Punching Madison's mom in the face.
Stop. I'm gonna say that over again. I'm so sorry. Is there something you thought of trying but you haven't tried yet?
You know, not exactly.
I mean, we mentioned that we need to talk to the coaches. So, you know, you've been discussing that, but I haven't said anything to them yet because there was only, you know, that one incident. So.
Something a little bit more drastic is like talking to the actual kids, but I feel like that's overbearing and ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think
you
the kids
thought
would talk
about
to the parents.
talking to the kids
Yeah,
themselves.
just straight up to the kids. Obviously, the parents aren't. Like, there's no way those kids are not going home and saying, "Oh, there's this girl in my class and her mother's a lesbian." I know for sure they've said that.
Okay.
And I don't know what the parents' responses are. They should be, "Oh, that's nice. I mean, she's just a regular girl then." They're probably like, "Oh."
And
So,
maybe,
I
like,
mean, they're parenting.
Maybe we could do, since like you're having problems with like specific people sometimes. Maybe we could, you know, talk to those parents and be like,
The
hey.
thing is that I don't want to come off as overbearing. That's
Okay.
just the thing that's a concern.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if only one of us went and not
Yeah.
both of us. Maybe
Yeah, I think
would be better.
she should go because, yeah.
Okay.
You're going to be a lot more emotional.
Yeah, more.
But I feel like I'll be
Sentimental.
more blunt and just rude.
Yeah.
There's just a person mixed to both of us, but that doesn't exist.
Okay. Well, Allison, specifically, you know, have you noticed a time when this problem is not happening in school?
I mean, it's not every constant second. Like, I
Mhm.
don't have any problems with the teachers specifically.
Okay.
So I don't, you know,
the
when I.
teachers are pretty respectful of you.
Yeah, I mean, they understand that just because I have lesbian moms, I'm not a lesbian. Like, they're not.
Okay.
It's also not their job to be involved in my life outside of school, really. But you know, I feel like I've been able to be in class and I'm not having any issues. It's really just the extracurricular stuff.
What about during lunch?
It's on and off. Like,
Okay.
there's definitely some days where I would prefer to sit by myself. I usually end up just sitting at this table with some kids from sports teams, but it's not, because there's kind of like two groups in our volleyball team. There's that group with that one girl who is really awful, and I don't hang out with her, and there's some other girls that feel like she's being pretty rude too, so I kind of
Okay.
hang out with those girls a little bit more, but they're influenced.
How do the boys treat you though? Do they?
I mean, I just don't talk to them. Like, you know, we just don't really interact. It's definitely a lot more of the bullying from girls, because
Mhm.
You know, the girls talk to the guys and
Yeah.
manipulate their thoughts.
yeah, so I mean,
So do the guys stay away from you?
they're really indifferent from what I've grasped. Like, they hear I'm a lesbian, they don't care.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm very concerned, Bianca.
Well, yeah. I'm curious to see how the girls and the guys treat her, and since it's more of the girls, I'm just wondering, like, if the guys ask her, like, maybe ask her straight up, like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, is this true? Figure it out for themselves
Yeah.
instead of hearing it from other people.
Yeah, well, the one guy that I have talked to a little bit, he keeps the books for volleyball.
Mhm.
So I mean, like, he knows that I'm not a lesbian and we're cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure that, like, having him know me better is going to be a better influence, like,
Goodness.
for his guy friends.
Right.
But I mean, that's one guy out of all the guys at school,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, and I'm glad that at least somebody knows the truth, so that somehow
Right.
that'll get out there. You know, like, no, guys,
Good.
just, you know,
All right. What if a miracle happened?
what kind of miracle?
Yeah. Keep
Like, they
going.
weren't lesbians.
No, that's not the miracle. The miracle would be that Allison wouldn't be bullied anymore.
Okay.
Okay, so
Great.
good, exactly. So, what can you do now to create a piece of that miracle?
Honestly, like, if we wanted to really just stop the bullying, we would just take her out of school and send her somewhere else. But that's just solving the problem temporarily. I mean, the school's great.
True.
Exeter, hard to get into. All that jazz. She worked for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she wants to leave. So, that's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Or something else is... I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I think a lot of times, like, you know how we mentioned that we don't really go to church a lot of times, and I think that if we were a little bit more consistent about it, and you know, because we all believe in God and we're all Christians here, and like I feel like if we went a little bit more consistently and prayed about it more, that would actually help a lot too. I don't know, because I grew up in a Christian home, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, praying was a regular thing that we did, and we saw the difference it made in the family. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Too. When I was in Portland, and I went to the church I went to there, they were very accepting of who I was. I had church friends. I had more church friends than I did school friends. So maybe if we went to church, you could make little church friends.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah, and youth groups at church would be great.
they're really
for her.
accepting, you know,
Yeah.
people.
So, Allison, what about you? What do you think that you could do now to create a piece of this miracle?
I don't really know. I feel like I've been trying to do everything that I
Hey.
can. So,
It's okay.
okay.
Yeah, that's,
No,
I know.
definitely.
I think
I mean,
all the
I'm just-
answers we have.
I'm just not sure what else to do.
No,
Yeah.
no, yeah. I'm sitting here. I'm listening to your struggle, and yeah, you know, your mom offered an advice to take you out of school, but she quickly said,
It's like
Preposterous.
temporarily.
It's,
Yeah.
it's temporary.
Temporary.
This is something that's gonna be existing.
Yeah,
So we need
people
to
will find
figure out a
out.
way.
When it's
to
parent
deal
teacher
with
conference, we'll show up there for like, oh, is this your mom and her friend? Like, no,
Mhm.
these are both my moms. And like, oh, and then it'll just start all over
Mhm.
again. I mean, I guess we can just not show our face up. But then what is she going to say? Oh, I don't have parents. I mean,
That's not what we want.
yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah, we're gonna be there and support
Yeah.
her and everything. So.
All right. Well, let's see. We're coming to the end of our session, you guys.
okay.
And we mentioned a lot of great things in here. You know, you all came in here. You know, you had your one problem of Allison's bullying, but you know, throughout the session, I noticed that maybe there was a little bit of bullying to you guys. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when you went to talk to the administration,
Mhm.
and they did nothing. They brushed you guys aside, and
Mhm.
that just seemed to me like maybe they just weren't treating you fairly or the way that they would treat other parents.
Right.
And but I've noticed that you guys are each very strong in your own ways. You know, Allison, you wake up every morning and you go back to school. You know, so you're very strong and that you're not giving up and you're gonna stay in this school. And you, Leslie, you're also very strong. You know, it seems that maybe you get a little bit more angrier and Bianca's a little bit more level-headed, but that's where your strengths lie. You know,
Mhm.
you're saying this is not okay, and this issue is going to be here all the time. So we need to find an issue. We need to find a way to fix it that's not temporary.
Mhm.
And then Bianca over here, like you're very emotional, but I don't mean it negatively. You know, you feel for your daughter, and you don't want this to happen for her.
Yeah.
To happen to her, and you know, that's really great. You know, you want to solve this problem, just like your partner does.
Mhm.
You guys just want to make the best of the situation. And so I just want to commend you guys on coming in today. It's very hard to come in. It's not an easy thing to do. And you guys came in here as a family, you know. You didn't come in and leave your daughter out of it.
Yeah.
Or you just didn't send your daughter thinking that, oh, this is her problem. You guys came in here as a family.
Yeah.
Family
Our problem.
unit came together.
Because I mean, it was a family problem. It wasn't just her
Yeah, it
problem.
was affecting
Yeah.
all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right. So, you know, you mentioned your story about what happened in the locker rooms and culmination of events, like, you know, things that happen daily, and you guys going to talk to administration, and you guys mentioned your goal of going to talk to them,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, bringing in specific people, bringing in the school counselor, and did you mention coaches?
Yeah,
Teachers.
coaches, school counselor, the teacher, and we want her there to be part of it so she can say her spill and then she can leave it in adults and then she comes back. And hopefully something can be made of it. I
Good.
think that's a plan.
That's a really great plan, and I think it's going to take you guys to where you want to go, and
Mhm.
hopefully to end this issue.
Mhm.
So, do you guys have any feedback for me?
Well, I don't know. I think coming in here definitely helped us a
Yeah.
lot. So thank you for the advice and
Thinking.
yeah, it definitely helped us get our ducks in a row a little bit.
Good.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Would you guys like to come in again next week around this time to talk about how the
Yeah.
meeting went with the administration
Sure.
and the teachers?
Yeah, we'll do it this week. We'll come and let you know.
All right, sounds good. Well, I appreciate you guys coming in again. You guys are doing a good thing here,
Thank you.
and I wish you all the best.
All right.
You have a great day.
You too.
Thanks.